needs just 10 points to become the third player in NBA history with 500 points in his first career postseason run, joining Dr. J. Julius Erving and Rick Barry. Both Booker and Chris Paul talked about Devin's approach to the game.
I think it's the highest level of basketball, and it's, you know, for me, it's been a new experience, but, you know, it's been a joy to be a part of it and, you know, dissecting the game and doctoring the game. In that regard, teams are going to adjust to it, and, you know, you have to know how to make an adjustment to their adjustment.
One thing about Book is he stays in kill mode all game long. You know, no matter what's going on. If you're thinking you need to hold the ball, like with like 40-something seconds left and you might be up 4 or 5, Book gonna shoot it. He gonna let it ride. That's just his mindset, which you gotta appreciate.
Perk and Wilbon are back with us. I love that phrase that Chris Paul just used. He stays in kill mode all game long. I love that. That's what the greats are made of. Wilbon, I'll start with you first. What has Devin Booker proven to the basketball world with this postseason run?
Well, he had to prove something to the basketball world that he'd already proven to himself and the people in the industry, players, coaches, that he's a star. Media, because people hadn't seen him, Stephen A.
Yeah.
He'd been doing all his work. It was over by the middle of April.
Yeah.
And this is the first time he's been on the big stage anywhere near this long. This is what, when he and Kobe Bryant talked at the beginning of Booker's career about be legendary, you build your legend now in the conference finals and in the finals of the NBA, on the way to a championship, and that is so important to Booker. Those words from Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Perk, what are your thoughts about what Booker's doing this postseason and what he's proven to the basketball world? Real quick.
Well, he's shaming the people that didn't have him top 5 with the players under 25, right? That's the first thing he's doing. When you look at Devin Booker, he's one of the most prolific, efficient scorers in the game today, averaging 26 points on 48% shooting over the last 3 years. He is one of the most disrespected players in today's game. In my eyes, he's been a superstar. Right now, he's taking that leap of where do you rank him for as being a superstar in today's game. I got him picked to be the Finals MVP. I think he is the number 3 scorer in the NBA behind Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. This guy's a flat-out stud.
I got to tell you this, though, Big Perk. Right now, it's a toss-up for Finals MVP. In the event that the Phoenix Suns win this series, it's a toss-up between CP3 and him for MVP. Real quick, Perk, do you agree with that, yes or no?
I do agree with it, and it's going to come down to these last few games towards the end of the series. But right now, I feel like Devin Booker is the front runner.
All right, what about
you, split that award in half, just like their season has been. Because you can't separate the success of this year's Phoenix Suns without CP3 and Booker. Who would you? Yes, we know how important CP3 was to be added to this team. But one without the other, they're not here.
Mike Wilbon, you're such a nice guy. Always the diplomat. Split the
in this case.
In
this case,
there is no splitting. There is no splitting. We're not splitting.
Each deserves it.
Listen, we gotta go. Coming up, all right. Draft following us right here on ESPN at the top of the hour. Pittsburgh Pirates got the #1 overall pick. You know what I care about most? New York Yankees. They got the 20th pick. I'm not sure I'm happy about that, but that's a story for a different day. Tonight, after the MLB draft, it's SportsCenter with SVP. He'll have live post-game reaction from Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Highlights of Novak Djokovic's historic Wimbledon win and Taylor Twellman from London on the Euro 2020 final. Won by. SportsCenter with SVP.
You weren't watching that very closely.
I know Italy won.
I wanted you to be paying more attention to that,
SportsCenter with SVP, right here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Giannis Antetokounmpo, there he is warming up, averaging 31 points and 14.5 rebounds this series. But the Bucks trail 0-2. He's going to need some help tonight if Milwaukee wants to make this a series. Giannis Antetokounmpo became the 4th player since the merger with 40 points and 10 rebounds in a finals loss. He joined LeBron James 3 times, Shaquille O'Neal, and Charles Barkley. Malika Andrews sat down with Giannis ahead of tonight's pivotal Game 3.
You guys come out, you guys show your support, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna win the championship.
Giannis, when you signed the Supermax to stay in Milwaukee, you said that one of your intentions was to bring a championship culture here. And here you are, about to play in the first finals game in Milwaukee in nearly 50 years. What does that feel like?
It's a great feeling. Obviously excited to, play a game like that in Milwaukee.
you know, the fans, the city, everybody's going to be a part of it. You know, I've been here 8 years now. This opportunity, you know, that we have to, you know, get it done.
And someone's down, and it looks like it's Giannis. This is something you absolutely don't want to see.
I know that you don't want to talk about your knee. Your knee's in the past, but you said that you didn't go back and watch that clip. Why did you make that decision?
Because when I watch the clip, I might be like, oh, it's way worse than I you know, what I felt. I'm always, you know, telling myself, like, you know, I don't feel pain. You know, like if you keep telling yourself you're healthy and strong, you're going to be healthy and strong. If you keep telling yourself you don't feel pain, you're not going to feel pain. Like that's, you know, the mindset I have, and that's all I can, you know, keep worrying about.
Plus, you look pretty healthy on that chase down block of Jay Crowder that you had the other day, so.
Yeah, I was okay.
Your free throws. You said that, of course, you hear the 1, 2, 3 from the entire arena. You can't not hear that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to hear 20,000 people screaming out of the lungs, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever the case might be. But it kind of feels good though when you make it. You know, like if it's quiet and you make it, it's normal filter. But when everybody's yelling and you make it, it kind of feels good. So I kind of like make it fun. They're just doing their job. They're just enjoying the game.
You said that you feel like you've matured over your time in the league. How has that served you?
I'm still going hard as hell. Like that's who I am. I should not be playing a game 6-7 days after I almost was out for the year. But that's who I am. I'm like, well, I don't care, you know. And there's people that help me manage that drive, because sometimes that drive can throw you off the cliff. That's who I am, you know, and that's who I'm gonna always be. Not just in basketball, but that's how I am in life.
Perk and Wilbon back with me right now. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo right there doing everything he can, planning to do everything he can to avoid the Bucks from going down 0-3 tonight. Wilbon, I'll start with you. What more can Bucks fans expect from this man? 42-12 in game 2. They still lost. What more can they expect from him?
To lift his teammates. That's what he's got to do. His game, you can't ask any more for him. A 40-point, 10-rebound game. Look, he needs 35 and 12 or 13 again tonight. Lifting his teammates, inspiring them, threatening them, cajoling them, doing whatever he has to do to get more out of the rest of that ensemble is what Giannis has to do tonight.
Perk, what more can Giannis do?
Nothing, Stephen A. When you look at it, man, look, Giannis is the most dominant player in the NBA, and no one can stop him, right? But he has to stop being so friendly with his teammates. He has to call them out. That energy in that clip that we seen, him bringing that energy, trying to fire those guys up, that's the approach he got to have, that killer mentality. You can't have that mentality of being friendlier than a popsicle. You got to go out there and demand them to do their jobs.
Wilbon, when you say that he's got to uplift his teammates, is there a particular individual that you're prioritizing more than anybody else?
All of them. I don't care. I don't believe in an X factor tonight. I don't believe, well, whose night is it? The whole team, as you have been saying for 72 hours, the whole team has got to be into this. I don't care if it comes out of nowhere. Mikal Bridges had 27 points the other night for the Phoenix Suns. I don't care if it comes from a surprise person on this team, a roster, a guy off the bench, Robin Lopez.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you. I'm looking at that man right there. That's where I'm at with this, Perk, real quick, Perk. I'm right there. Middleton is the guy tonight. That's the guy that has to step up more than anybody else if they're going to win game 3, Perk. Where are you with that?
You know what? I agree with you on that one, Stephen A. But I'm also, where the hell is P.J. Tucker? Okay? P.J. Tucker is the guy that can impose his will on this series. We know how valuable he is doing things, winning plays that don't show up in the stat sheet. They need him to make those chippies around the basket and knock down those corner threes, because he's so valuable on the defensive end. But if he's not making shots, then they can't keep him on the floor.
I got you. I wanted to disagree with you. I wanted to be able to say, oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. But you didn't.